Hello, my name is Bridget Benner, and today I will be walking you through how to create a new reservation in the Glowpoint Customer Point Portal. To get started, you want to be on your homepage dashboard within the portal. You can either click here to schedule a conference or utilize the Manage Resources section. Once you click on Create a New Conference, you're brought into the Schedule Wizard. This will walk you through step by step how to create a new reservation. Each required field is marked with a red asterisk. The portal will not let you move on to the next page until you filled out all required information. As an administrator, I have the ability to schedule for myself or anybody else associated to my company. Today, I'll be scheduling under my own name. The conference title section is a manual field that you can type in whatever your meeting title may be. Today I'm going to have a video meeting with Anna Smith. The field below conference title is charge code. This may or may not be required depending on your company settings. If you do use charge codes, then please enter whatever information was provided to you. On the right-hand side, you can specify the date and time of your conference, as well as the pretest. The pretest will default to your account settings, which we suggest you keep in place. You do have the option, however, to reduce the pretest time or make it longer. The date and time can be selected by either clicking on the calendar pop-up or by manually typing in the information. Today we're going to schedule for Monday, May 5th, from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. My time zone is already set to Eastern Time. If I wanted to schedule in a different time zone, I would simply change this by clicking on the drop-down. I do have the option to schedule this meeting as a recurrence. If I did want to schedule a recurring meeting, I simply check off the box and enter the recurring rules, whether that may be weekly, every Monday, monthly, the 5th day of every 1 month, the 1st day of every 1 month. You have some options here. You also have to select a specific number of recurrences for your series meeting or a specific date to end the series by. If you would like to schedule an audio-only reservation, simply check off the box and you'll see Step 2, Select Conference Rooms, will no longer be necessary. Today we're going to be scheduling a video conference, so I will uncheck Audio Only and move down to Step 2 to schedule a conference. I click on Select My Rooms, and here I will find a list of all of the rooms associated to my account. I have a location in Philadelphia, Seattle, as well as Houston. Each room has their specific name listed here, as well as their seating capacity, city, country, and IP address over to the right. I'll schedule between Philadelphia and Seattle. We'll throw Houston in for now as well too. Click on Close and Update once you check off your boxes. You'll see all of your rooms are now listed in the calendar grid here. You can see if they're available or not. The green box is showing the time you want to schedule for and means it is available. If this were to turn red, it would be in conflict and we would need to adjust our meeting time to allow the portal to move forward. The smaller blue box you see in front of it is accounting for your pretest time. In order to have a pretest, the room must be available, as this is when our production team will make the connection. If you accidentally add a room, you can either check off the trash can next to the room or click on Remove Rooms. From here, you can select the room you wish to remove. We'll take Houston out by checking off the box, and I'll click Remove. My window now shows only Philadelphia and Seattle in the calendar grid. I will click Next to move forward. On page 2 of the Schedule Wizard, we have Step 3. This is where we can select our conference type. Your options are VNOC Managed, VNOC Unmanaged, Maintenance, or Non-Video. The default for any reservation with more than one site will be VNOC Managed. This means that the Glowpoint Support Center will provide assistance and will connect to the locations for you by either dialing out or providing a dial-in number. If you select VNOC Unmanaged, the Glowpoint Support Center will not support your conference by connecting any of the locations. However, we will be available over the phone if there are any issues. Maintenance would be selected if you're blocking out a specific room due to maintenance such as renovation work, technical issues, things of that sort. Non-video can be selected as well if you wish to block out a room for a non-video conference meeting. I suggest leaving this default to VNOC Manage so that the Glowpoint Support Center can manage the conference for you. Below that you have some additional details, none of which are required. You can enter the number of attendees participating in each location. You can also list the start and end time for a site to connect. If you only wanted a site to connect for a short period of time, you can add this information in on page 2. You also have boxes here for host, presenting, and client present. You can check these off, however, it will not make any changes within the actual conference and how the Glowpoint Support Center will provide support. This is simply for your purposes and for the email confirmation. Once you fill out this information, click Next, and you'll be brought to page 3. On page 3, you can add in additional information. Step 4 asks if you have a Glowpoint Now code. If you do, you can enter this in Step 4, and the conference will be connected using your Glowpoint Now code. Step 5 is your conference participant notifications. If you have a specific host, you can override the information in the host name and host email field here. It will default to whoever you select as the requester. Both of these fields can be typed in addition to the CC email field. If you had anybody that would require an email confirmation to be sent to them directly, you can add their email address in the CC email field. If you had multiple people, simply add a comma after each email address. The CC participants yes and no option will allow you to send confirmation emails or will allow you to not send confirmation emails. If you do not wish the host or anybody associated to this reservation to receive an email confirmation, simply select No under CC participants. Step 6 is the comment section. This information will be included in the confirmation email and is most frequently used by our Glowpoint Support Center reservations team. When updates are made on your behalf, we'll document any changes that are made in the comment section. We do not suggest using the comment section to communicate with the Glowpoint Support Center. Step 7 is your screen layout options. The default for every conference is full screen voice activated. You can change this at any time by selecting Change Layout and choosing the proper screen layout you would like to use. You also have the option to select a lecture site as well. Simply find the location you want to use as a lecture site and list them in this box here. A lecture site is not required, nor is a screen layout. Step 8 is for audio-only participants. If you have one or more audio-only participants that you would like to join this conference, please select Yes. From here, you have the option to select VNOC provided or customer provided. VNOC provided will allow the Glowpoint Support Center to provide you with a dial-in number and passcode, which can be provided to any participants joining over audio. The audio line will then be integrated into the video conference so that all participants can hear each other. You simply need to enter the number of lines that you may need. You also have the option to change your entry announcement and exit announcement based on your options here. On the right-hand side, you have a checkbox for some additional audio features. These features are considered special audio features and may incur an additional charge. If you select any of these options, you'll notice that your audio will change. You no longer have the option for entry and exit tones. The dial-in numbers and codes would be provided upon email update. If you have your own internal audio line that you would like to use, select Customer Provided. Provide us with your audio dial-in number, the audio host code, and if you have one, the audio participant code. The Glowpoint Support Center would then utilize your own audio information by joining it into the video conference and integrating your internal audio line. Step 9 is additional services. Any of these options are available to you at an additional charge. Simply check off the box of the service you would like to use, such as DVD recording, audio recording, or webcasting. Step 10 is for external connections. If you have somebody that's going to join your conference that is outside of your company or network, please check off the box below. Enter any details you have, such as the company name, the IP address, ISDN number, local site contact, anything that you have that would be helpful to connect to the external location. By checking off the external connections, this will flag the Glowpoint Support Center, and we will be able to follow up with you to ensure we have the correct external location on file and ready to connect to your system. If we've never connected to them before, we will walk you through the site certification process to ensure everything runs smoothly for your video conference. Click Next once you've filled out all fields. Page 4 is your final page where you can review and edit your conference details. You have an Edit button next to each section, which will bring you back to that page if you choose to edit. You also have the option to click Previous within the browser. Here you can review all of your details. Our meeting is scheduled for May 5th from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time with a 15-minute pretest, and I've titled this Video Meeting with Anna Smith. I can see I've listed myself as the requester and Anna as the host. I've chosen side-by-side for my screen layout as well as a DVD recording. On the right-hand side I have the room details. I've chosen the Philadelphia, PA Executive Conference Room and the Seattle, Washington Training Room. On this page you can see each room and their local time. So the Philadelphia Executive Conference Room is located in the Eastern Time Zone, so it will be 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Seattle is located in the Pacific Time Zone, so it will be 12 p.m. Pacific Time in Seattle. Once all of your details are correct and you're content with your reservation, click Finish. Your meeting will then be saved to the portal, and you'll be provided with a conference ID once it successfully saves. A confirmation email containing the details of the conference will also be sent to all requested recipients. You're provided with a conference ID here once your meeting saves, and you will want to keep note of this. If you need to contact the Glowpoint Support Center, reference your conference ID. This will be the easiest way for us to locate your reservation.